Welcome back to It's All Okay, a podcast where trauma meets TMI, healing meets hot mess, and I overshare so you don't have to. I'm your host, Taylor, and today I'm joined by one of my most favorite people to unpack something we all have. A dating history full of red flags, plot twists, and probably a few questionable decisions. We're diving into the good, the bad, and the absolute unhinged story that shaped her love life, and maybe traumatized us both along the way. So buckle up. It's going to be messy, honest, and hilarious. And hey, if you want to feel better about your own dating past, just press play. Okay, welcome back. Thanks for coming on the pod again. This time it's roles reversed. I'm about it. Hope you are too. That's literally what it sounded like. I make fun of myself a lot. I can't help it. Okay, so we're going to dive into your dating history and the trauma behind it and the good, the bad, the ugly. If I can relate, I will also share with you so that you're not feeling like you're on the hot seat, even though you're on the hot seat. And if I have 65 chins, then that's just too bad. It's just who I am and what I'm here to be. So I feel like I have 65 chins. That's why I pointed it out.
I feel like I need to add a disclaimer of a lot of, I don't know what what we're going to necessarily, what your questions are and what those are going to lead into, but if they go the way I'm thinking, if anyone watching has experienced any, I don't know, not ideal relationships or situations, please don't take the laughter and jokes we were making as a way to not shed light on them appropriately, just as a way of it's just how I choose to, or that's just how I deal with things. I don't know. I've grown, I've healed, I've moved on from those things. I just don't want people to watch and be like,
yeah,
why the fuck are they laughing?
I think it's most important to note that you're sharing your story.
Yeah.
And what was best for you. So what was best for you doesn't mean that it's best for everybody else. And so
these are real life
this is a real life story
that I lived through. So I'm allowed to laugh at it and she's allowed to laugh at it and anyone watching is allowed to laugh at it. It's fine.
But if you are in one of these situations and you find yourself relating in your current situation, then it's important to know that there is help out there. And we will drop in the description some hotlines that you can use and some links to some resources that you can use should you find yourself in any of these sorts of situations. It's not something that we take lightly, but this story could definitely help someone out there. And I think that that's the most important part, regardless of how much we laugh at it now. People can use humor as a defense mechanism in their healing. And so I think that that's important to know.
Yeah.
So that is your little disclaimer for this episode. It is deep and there are some funny parts. And yeah, just look for the good and look. It's all okay because she's still here with us today. So what is the most unhinged thing you've done because of a crush?
Yeah. I wouldn't say so I was in a relationship for a while with a guy whose vehicle I may or may not have jumped out in front of one night. I didn't know who was driving said vehicle. We also don't necessarily need to dive into why I jumped out in front of a vehicle.
No, not at all.
Sure, put two and two together. But that turned into probably a trauma bond that burnt up into flames. But probably
Sis, that was a barn fire for sure.
But probably dating the guy who, not just dating him, but buying a house, living with, and staying with. Whose vehicle I jumped in front of.
That was pretty unhinged. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's good. We'll leave that at that because that's pretty deep, and it's funny when you know who you are on a deep personal level.
Yeah.
Because it's so something that you'd fucking do. And so we'll just leave that question at that. So with that, if we gave one of your exes one word to describe you, what do you think they'd say? And what do you hope they'd say?
I've had 3 serious relationships, and 2 of them were both able to, one of them was able to admit to me that he was the problem and why we didn't work out. The other one,
Which one?
We're going to call him Ben.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. He was able to say to me that he was a problem. So I feel like he would probably say something nice if he had to pick one word. If you were to have asked him that during a relationship, he probably would have said like or bitch or useless.
Oh,
Or
that's rough.
What other ones did he throw at me? I don't know.
Tell me the words that he said when he threw the couch at you.
I don't know. I got a recording of it.
I think I do too somewhere.
Words I would like my exes to use are probably like thoughtful and did everything for you except wipe your ass, or
That is such a valid statement. That is such a valid statement.
probably delusional. I don't know. I feel like my really like I want to cry.
We can take a 360 here.
No, I
Girl, I got scabies of the nostril or something because shit is itchy AF.
Why are you using that?
Oh, because it's really pointy and itchy. Makes the itch satisfying. Oh, yeah. That was good. Yeah.
Good. I already forgot the question. No, I didn't. Okay. Ben probably would use words like now. I would think that he would use like, okay, when we broke up after our relationship, like when it fully finally ended.
Guys, I have fucking scabies. My lips are dry. I got issues over here for sure. Everything is itchy. I think I have fucking scabies. Ooh. Ooh, I was about to just have an episode. Tis. For sure. Okay, so sorry. Carry on. Carry on.
Carry on my way.
Why are you so good at interviewing people and I'm so not? I have self-consciousness right now.
Why?
Because I feel like these questions are hard.
No.
We'll cut them out.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next question because that one's dumb. What was your biggest red flag you ignored and how long did it take you to realize?
Oh.
I feel like we need to get out a scroll.
My biggest red flag was probably addiction. I ignored that for a really long time with honest, like I wouldn't even say my most recent relationship is probably the one I ignored it. Like I ignored it the most. With Ben, I knew it was a thing.
Okay, so your most recent relationship was Josiah.
Perfect. That's a good name. Josiah was my most recent relationship. I ignored the addiction in that relationship the most because he wasn't, I just accepted it because he wasn't mean. Whereas with another past relationship that involved addiction on his end, I was aware of it. I was like, it was fully present in our relationship.
I remember you trying to have boundaries around when you're in your relationship with Ben, trying to have boundaries around the addiction.
Yeah.
And I remember, so like kudos for that. Because I remember there were times when you had set boundaries with him, like, this is your last chance or I'm out.
Yeah. Which I used that one a few times and I just kept going back.
But like you tried.
Yeah. And I did leave a couple times. Like there was times I'd stay away for X amount of times and stuff. And he was so good at acknowledging what he was doing wrong and apologizing. He was so good at apologizing.
But then never actually fixed the issue.
But never actually fixed the issue. He would go on like a streak for like a 2 or 3 weeks at a time. I'm like, hey, like this is great. And then just as quickly would go right back into the drinking and the drugs and the being mean and the other things. I just burped into the mic.
You did. Hopefully that echoed.
I hope so.
And then with your most recent relationship, you were kind of more closed off, like from an outsider's perspective. You were more closed off to like your friend group.
Yeah. And I don't know what, like our relationship wasn't unhealthy. I don't know why. I don't know. I felt like I just had so much on my plate all the time I was in a very, I don't know why I did that because we didn't have an unhealthy relationship. We actually had there was things that weren't great. He never wanted to be a part of anything that I was a part of.
It's big.
But like as in terms of like we were always very nice to each other. We got along well. We had a good relationship other than that. But I don't know why I just distanced myself even from my family and stuff. I don't know why I did that.
I have done that too.
Yeah.
I think that it's normal in a relationship where you're like blindly in love to shield yourself from everything else outside of you that loves and accepts you.
I think it was also like the first experience of being in a relationship where I felt like safe and I was like, this is good. Like I'm happy. Like I was genuinely so happy with him. And I didn't ever have to worry about him raising his voice at me, yelling at me, or calling me names because like he would never have done that. And I think I just liked my little bubble of like I feel good and safe here.
Right.
And like I would just I like the blindly in love thing. I was just like, this is good.
Right.
I'm good with this. I don't know.
That's fair. It's a fair statement. And I guess you really don't know what you've lost from your external group of friends until you're out of that relationship and you're like, whoa, I really did seclude myself.
Yeah. I didn't realize I was doing it. Obviously, I would notice, like, there was a few times Jeb messaged me and was like, hey, like, haven't heard from you in, like, a week or so. And I'd be like, oh, fuck, yeah, like, it's
and so, like, what would you do when you were in that relationship? Like, did you just, like, were you not on your phone? Like, what?
No, we very much just, like, enjoyed each other's company a lot. I don't know. Like, we never were on our phones around each other. Yeah. Like, once he was home, it was just, or, like, when I was home from work and he was home from work, like, we made dinner together every night. We would, like, watch movies. We would, whatever.
It was almost too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like, in a sense.
Yeah. No, he very much so was because of how our relationship ended. Like, I never in a million years would have expected him to be like that.
Right.
Like, at all.
And, like, for the viewers, can you just tell them how your relationship ended if you're comfortable doing that?
So.
And not once, but twice.
Yeah. I was in a relationship. We lived about an hour away from each other. About several months in a relationship, he asked if I'd want to move in with him. So we got a place where he lives. So I had to like quit my job. We found a place together, moved in. It was great. And then in September, just like 3.5 months, literally right after we moved in with each other, he just one night out of absolutely nowhere was like, I don't think I want to be with you anymore. And I was like, what? And it just literally came out of absolutely nowhere. No explanation, no reason, nothing. And then I went back to my parents' house for 2 weeks. And then about a week into that, he like was reaching out to me and whatever. And then I stopped talking to him after that because I was like, hey, if we're broken up, we're broken up. And then the one night he like messaged me like crying and like called me crying and stuff. So I went over and
Red flag.
he basically just said like he doesn't know why he did that. He said,
but this was after he refused to talk to you about it.
Yeah. And then he did at that point. He just said he felt very overwhelmed. He's never lived with a girlfriend before. He's never not had his own space. Like he just felt overwhelmed and like with work and stuff. And I was like, okay. So I moved back in. After 2 weeks, we got back together. And then a week before our 1 year anniversary in February, I was at work and I was at a client's house. And he called me and told me that he doesn't love me anymore.
That is some serious high school shit.
Yeah. This man is almost 29 years old.
Ew.
Threw him a surprise party for his birthday.
That gave me the ick.
Yeah, he called me when I was at a client's house, told me he doesn't love me anymore. And I, like, in that moment, I was just kind of like, I didn't really know what to do. I finished my job and I went home, and then I didn't really know what to do. He wouldn't, like, he was like, I tried texting him and I was like, hey, like, can we talk when you get home? And then he told me, he's like, I'm not coming home tonight. And I was like, oh, word. Like, okay. So I was hanging out with one of my girlfriends and she like still hadn't heard from him or whatever. And then later that night I got home and I obviously couldn't sleep because I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
And so you checked this man's location.
So I checked his location to be like, where the fuck are you? Like, where is he? Like, what? Like, what? And I don't know if any of you are familiar with the 24-hour like rub and tugs, like, you know, the happy ending massage parlors. He was at one of those at like almost 3, or we got there right around 3 a.m. And so then this also brought me to his iPad. It was high winds that night, blew me right into the DMs.
I'm fucking done.
Where I saw that he had been messaging with one of his ex-girlfriends.
On Snapchat?
No, on Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they were setting up.
They were setting up to hang out on our anniversary.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ew, what a gross human.
Like,
not only because he was at a fucking
rub and
squirt, but like, ew.
My nose is so itchy. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so then what I did, not to be petty,
but like to be petty,
but to like it for sure wasn't the smartest thing. I'm sure like me actually committing to that decision that I made next was for sure fully decided from pettiness, but also out of a place of like, hey, like this is out of character for him. I called his mom the next day and I told her everything, mostly because I was like, if he's going, just a lot of the things him and his ex-girlfriend that he was messaging were talking about involved a lot of not like, I don't know, things that someone in his life should be aware of, and at that point I was the only one.
Right.
So I called her and like I told her that and stuff. Yeah. And then
and so what was her reaction to that?
She had nothing nice to say about him and all the nice things to say about me.
That's kind of good.
They basically just like one of his family members, another one, reached out to me and said, like, literally the exact words were, all of our hopes and dreams were that he was going to be with you and figure it out with you. And another one just said, like, I don't know why he would do that. Someone else had said to me that I deserve way better than him. And like, these are like that's his inner circle saying that, which is crazy.
Yeah. So like, let's just touch on that statement for a second. Like, you deserve way better than him. Like, I hope that you feel that in your soul that you deserve way better than him.
At the time I was like, I don't want better than him. Like I'm so in love with him. But now when I like actually look at it, and thanks to you guys and also my friend Emily for like bullying me every time I need it, I've been able, like, light has been shed on the things that I was for sure blind to that I didn't realize I was blind to.
Right.
Like,
so, like, when you say bullying, I think that we should just touch on how Emily bullied you the other day. Because it's too good to not touch on. So you were in your feels a little.
I was in the shower. I was in my feels. I may or may not have like cried a little bit because I was having like a sad moment of like, I, you know, missed him a little bit. So I called her, and before I could like really even say, you know, anything to her, she was like, "Oh, fuck off. Tell me you're crying about," oh, I almost said his name. "Tell me you're fucking crying about Josiah right now. Like, tell me you're fucking crying about him." And then she was like, "What? You miss him? You miss him? Do you know what he fucking misses? Every single one of your family fucking events, Morgan." I was like, oh. Like, I called her to be bullied. Her brother comes in. He's like, "Man, leave Morgan alone. Like, she's sad." And I was like, no, I needed to be bullied right now. I called her to be bullied. I did not call for sympathy.
She had another really good one-liner when she bullied you. I just can't remember exactly what it was.
Fuck, what was it?
Was it something about the size of his nut?
Fuck, probably.
Oh, I can't remember, but it was so good.
It had to have been his hairline. It was probably about his hairline.
That hairline was... that got blown off in the ice storm for sure. He lost the first 4 inches of his hair in the ice storm.
No, the last remaining 4 inches of his fucking hair.
Oh, God, it's rough.
I don't want to bully, but like, anyways.
It's not bullying. It's just spitting facts. Just spitting straight facts. Okay, so tell me what you learned about yourself through these past 2 relationships that were traumatic for you.
What I don't want.
Okay.
And what I don't like. And as much as I joke about like with red flags and stuff, like I definitely have learned what I deserve. Like I'm slowly getting there.
Yeah, like there was a period of time where I thought you looked for the highest waving red flag in the fucking sky, and you just went for it. Especially the ones who looked like they were wearing jail shoes. For some reason, your type for a moment in time was a guy who looked like he just came out of prison with jail shoes on. Dirty pants from his street clothes from this fucking fight he had the night before.
Oh, I know.
Thin, scrawny,
malnourished.
Literally.
I know.
And you were looking for the fucking most high waving red flags you could fucking find.
I was.
And like part of me still thinks that you kind of do that a little bit. Like
there's something hot to me about like okay, my issue is like I like a very manly man.
Okay.
And that does come with, I feel like some red flags here or there. But
like I mean, I think you can be a manly man without
I know, that's what I
mean.
So
many red flags.
That's what
like sis, we're fucking flags
all the
unlimited.
Red flags, it's literally confetti at this point. It's
literally confetti for sure.
I need someone that's gonna like build me a bookcase, but also then like
give you a back massage.
Give me a back rub or something. That's what I need.
And not spit on you after? Or you like to be spit on too?
I do. If you've never tried it, you should.
A back rub with the spit.
Yeah, as the...
I'm gonna puke. With or without the random sock on the floor.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. Dating fucking sucks.
Let's dive into that a little bit.
Dating sucks. I was seeing recently, I started talking to this guy named fucking Derek. That's his name.
Just had to use that name.
His name is Dan. His name is actually Dan.
I'm dead.
Not Derek. And Dan and I were like talking, hanging out, spending the nights at his house. We're doing all the things, like hanging out all the time.
Trip to Canadian Tire.
Going out and doing things like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not necessarily like looking for a relationship. If one presents itself, then like, fuck yeah. If I'm like, you know what, fuck yeah, then I'll do it. But I wasn't like looking for a relationship, and I didn't expect him to be a relationship, but he was very, I don't know, we were very mutually just seeing each other. And if I were to have found somebody else that I wanted to pursue, I would have given him the courtesy of saying, hey, blah, 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 just letting you know.
Hey, I'm seeing another guy, so could continue to spread my legs for you, but like might not.
Might not, probably not. If we do, are you cool with that? Like, no, I don't know. Like, just, I would have given him some sort of like, you know what? Fucking Jim Bob over here is not looking too bad. Like, I think I'm, you know, fucking Jim Bob. So I mistakenly expected that same courtesy from a human with a fucking penis.
You're never gonna get that. Not from a man with a penis.
We are at his house. He fucking what? What did I miss?
It's like, you're never gonna get that. Not from a man with a penis. Like, what? Can we just take 5 seconds to talk about the fact that every 3 fucking seconds, all I can see is a
Julia's chowing down
Julia
her bonbons back
reaching
there.
into her fucking little snack bin and fucking chowing down while I'm over here recording, my mouth's watering, fucking watching her fucking. And I keep trying to not look that way on purpose, but literally under my peripheral vision, all I see is. Anyways, I digress. That was good.
As water, I forgot my glasses
Have
at
an
home.
issue?
I can't fucking see.
Here's a tissue. You know what? At least you're not a mirror for the lights today, which I just looked at, and now I'm fucking seeing straws.
Oh, that was really fucking funny. What are you talking about?
Literally just a
Dan.
fucking Dan. Dirty ass Dan.
He fucking,
Dirty Dick Dan.
get home from work.
That's a good one.
Dirty Dick Dan, fuck you. You fucking.
With your jizz sock. Isn't even yours.
Okay. We hadn't talked in like a week. Don't know why. Hadn't talked in like a week, whatever. And then this one day, it's just me in the morning, and we're chatting for like maybe fucking 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever. I asked him how his mornings are going. He asked me if I worked that night. I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Hadn't talked the rest of the day. And then I get home from work around like 9 p.m. He literally texts me as I'm fucking literally getting home. Are you done yet? I'm bored. And I'm fucking so stupid because I said, give me 15? Who does that?
Morgan does that.
I'm dumb. Anyways, fucking drive myself over there, fucking go inside. We talk for maybe 10 minutes. Man's taking his pants off. I'm like, okay, we're going. We do the deed. And then as soon as we're done, he's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna head to bed now. Code for
Get
home.
the fuck out.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm collecting myself, my things, and I find another girl's socks. Not mine. Not his. So I was like, oh, okay, he's like sleeping with other people, whatever. He's single. I'm single. Like, we're single. Like, you do that. Don't care. I expected the fucking same decency, at least, that I would have provided him of being like, hey, I'm banging someone else. You cool with that? Because I would have been like, probably not. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get fucking something down there. Like, I need to
see scabies.
I don't want to get
I don't want to get herpetogonosyphilis.
No, I don't. And like, I'd have been like, no, yeah, go sleep with whoever you want. I'm going to fucking bow out. That would have been cool if he said that. No. So I leave. We don't talk for a few days. He texts me on Sunday and he's like, hey. I'm like, hey. And we're having a normal conversation. He's asking me how my weekend's going. I'm telling him how it went. I ask him how his is. He's telling me it's good because he was at a friend's house and they were doing things. And I was like, okay, cool. And then he texts me, hey, like if you're going to be home later at a decent time, I'm still up. Like I'm around if you want to come by. So then I said, so like I definitely saw what I assumed to be another girl's like, I said clothing. I didn't say sock. I said clothing like at your house. And like, I just do not want to be in a rotation. And then he was like, oh, gotcha. Why didn't you say something at the time? And like, I wouldn't call finding a sock. So he acknowledged that there was a fucking pair of socks. So I was like, okay, word. And whatever. And I just was like, oh, I just didn't care enough in the moment. Like I was already going home. Like I didn't know. I just didn't care enough. To address it then. And this man fucking winds up and hits me with the fucking, gotcha, nice knowing ya. I was like, okay.
But you're my neighbor, wait.
You're literally my neighbor. We live in the middle of buttfuck Idaho. Who else am I banging out here? Like, why?
Also, just curious who else he's banging out there.
I'm pretty sure all my other neighbors are fucking at least 69 years old.
Maybe he's into that.
Probably. Fuck.
Was the sock bleached? That could tell us an age.
It was a white Nike no-show non-slip sock.
Definitely athletic, for sure.
Fuck you. Okay. Fuck you, Dan. Fuck you, Dan. I almost outed him.
Not that he's watching. Maybe one day you should watch. How about that?
But anyways, I'm not mad about him sleeping with someone else. Like, I don't care. It's not, I didn't have feelings for him or anything. But like, you put your ween inside another girl that put your ween in me probably within the same 24 hours. Ew. Ew. Ew.
I can't.
Ew. Probably the same sheets. Ew. Ew.
Okay, can we just talk about my past for 1 second?
Yeah.
I was going to move on to another question, but like talking about the sheets made me think about... And, oh my God, I'm so itchy. Everything's itchy. Okay. I also think I learned something about me, and recording at 8 p.m. at night is not for me. But that's okay.
This is my prime time hours.
Oh God, I'm fucking here. Fucking needing a fucking cat nap over here. Fucking, I'm tired.
Yo, that got really good. She's fighting for her life on the camera.
I'm about to fucking for sure over here. I'm fucking tired. I'm about to fucking...
Your itchiness is coming on to me now.
Yeah, I fucking... There's bugs,
my
bro.
hair mites are acting up. Like...
Why is everything so itchy? Camera's malfunctioning. I'm itchy. Well, I can't. Okay.
Leave that in.
Okay. I was talking about the sheets.
Right.
There was some slimy ass person that I used to fucking see.
We're also going to call you Dan. Fuck you, Dan.
Yeah, fuck you, Dan.
Fuck you. Anyway.
And I might say that this individual, I'll give props for this one thing. Cleaned his sheets between every girl. And I only know that because as soon as he was done with me, the sheets came off the bed and were put straight into the wash. Did he make you strip them? Fuck no. Sis, that was like Sleeping Beauty status. I only say Sleeping Beauty because it really wasn't princess status. And I was blind like Sleeping Beauty was when she was picked.
Do you want to dive into that since we're on a...
Oh, God. Yeah, well, may as well fucking just fucking rip the Band-Aid off. Fucking who cares?
Since we're talking about toxic relationships.
So in college, I decided after my very first long-term relationship and I broke up on mutual terms, God bless his soul. He was a wonderful man, and we just grew apart, which was totally fine. That I would find myself on fucking Tinder. And let me tell you, Tinder 10 years ago was fucking wild. So I could not imagine what it is like today. So my fucking hat is off to you at the front door.
A guy messaged me the other day and said, "You're hot. Would for sure be hotter if you lost weight." And then offered me workout plans. So
You should have replied and said, "Nah, bro, I got ChatGPT. Thanks, though. Why don't you
tell me you're insecure about your dick not being able to reach to this fat ass." That's what I got.
Why don't you let me donate you the money for So Tinder was wild back then. And so anyways, I decided it was a good idea to match with this guy and met him and was like, I was very like self-conscious back in the day. Still am. And so like, thank God I married because it's nothing that I have to worry about now. But I was super self-conscious. So like hooking up with guys just randomly like was never my jam. And so, but this guy, clearly it was. And I was very unaware of my surroundings as a young adult. And so anyways, he didn't get what he wanted. So I was like, okay, peace. And then several months later, I was like, I'm probably going to message that guy again. Like, probably should give that a try. And so I did and gave it a try. And it was good. But like, I was so blind to everything else around it. And so like you, it was a very toxic, I don't even want to call it a fucking relationship, but like it was on my side of things. On his side, probably was not considered such a thing. I'm not really sure what he would even consider it. But like, ew.
You were also in his rotation.
Girl, I was in one heavy motherfucking rotation.
A Rolodex, if you will, actually.
Oh my God. Yeah, he had a fucking binder.
Oh, Tay's working late tonight. Let's fucking... All right. Which one we calling?
Literally, man. Literally, he had a fucking phone book of fucking people ready to go. Anyways.
Yeah, probably sat on it too because he needed it to see over his fucking steering wheel.
Oh. Honestly, same with Josiah. Whoever the fuck we named him. Jeremiah, Jebediah.
19 kids and counting?
What is with us and short ass men? First of all, ew.
Okay, well, Mr. fucking 2 hours away is 6'6".
Yeah, and he's packing since 6'6" also.
I was not expecting him to whip out a third leg. Where is that going?
Literally a 2-liter Coke bottle.
Where is that going?
Anyways, we're size inclusive here. So any size is fine. Unless you're a light switch, then you got problems. You probably should go for dick enhancement surgery or something.
Right after your labiaplasty.
Actually, you can use my labiaplasty for
donate
your
to
dick
you.
enlargement.
That's a TikTok clip. 100% that's a TikTok clip.
I'm fucking sweating, but I look like I got fucking...
Oh shit, bitch, you fucking need one too. Oh, you're so tan.
It's really hot in here. Oh, I really want ice cream cake.
Intermission.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Bro, that was really funny.
Honestly, we should just end it there. I'll just do a closing right now.
Oh! Here, this one's for you, Julia.
I sure don't. I need to debrief. I think I just snooped. You're so good. You're so good.
Remember? Oh! Remember the disclaimer at the beginning? We're like, we're going to be talking about some really sensitive subjects. We're going to be really diving in. Like,
yeah,
please
jamming fucking.
Please reach out if you're like stuck in similar situations. This is the most unserious thing I've ever been a part of.
I think I got a heat rash on my neck.
I think my other lung's collapsing.
Yeah, you hit that choo-choo pod.
Where is it?
Oh. I'm fucking dead.
Oh.
Didn't know I needed a garbage can for me to just use. Anyways, check my tan. Foot finder. Look at the toe jams.
Hold hands.
Look at the toe.
Are your feet really clammy? But they're freezing cold at the same time.
It's a problem. It's a medical condition for sure.
Oh, fuck, this kept vibrating on my butt.
Okay. Should I just close it out? Where was I even? I fucking shrapnel on my legs.
You're talking about how you were in Dan's Rolodex.
Oh, yeah. So I totally understand what it's like
Fucking
being in that Rolodex.
Chichi Dan.
Chichi Dan. Oh, I have a headache. I think I have a migraine from that. Oh, God. Anyways, you'll only get that reference if you're one of my close friends. And if you're not, well, try harder. Because then you'll get the
I just
reference.
shove these fingers between Tay's toes. Can't use this hand anymore. Keep it over here.
You should try to use him as a makeup dabber.
Just interlocked my fingers with your toes.
Anyways, holy fuck.
Anyways, back to our very serious conversation.
Oh my God. Anyways,
There's some good content for you.
I know what it's like. Okay. I can't even fucking catch my breath.
Oh, I forgot I had a Bevagino. Don't get the fucking brand on here. We're not sponsored, but. Like we're ever going to.
Never say never, bitch. I got high hopes.
By this brand.
Anyways, yes, I know what it's like to be in a Rolodex, like you also have just recently experienced. And to say that I'd like to hop back on that locomotive train would be a very
What
wrong
are you
statement.
talking about?
I was trying to be funny. Ended up not being funny. And all I can hear is Cass in my brain being like, you just literally talked for 1 minute about I don't even fucking know what. And fucking diss the shit out of me. Fucking bitch. Anyways, what I was trying to say is I went on locomotive train Isn't a locomotion? Do the locomotion. No? I think I have lungolitis.
I'm literally gonna throw up, okay?
Okay.
This looks like a sperm.
Anyways, I'm not here for the Rolodex, so what happened to my vocal cords? I think it just tweaked one.
Fuck.
Anyways. Okay, yeah, definitely not here for the Rolodex for the 86th time. So I get it. Can confirm that I have been on that same train. And definitely decided I wasn't going to be a conductor of it anymore. So I hopped off. You know, like Polar Express. And didn't want my ticket stamped anymore.
Punched.
Pun intended.
I hate it here.
Yeah, now you're going to go see your lumberjack with bleeding eyes.
What?
Your lumberjack in the middle of the forest. With, with drippy eyes.
This monkey man. I don't even know if I told you guys. That my car wouldn't make it down his driveway. His driveway's 2 kilometers long.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, just
middle of the forest.
Perfectly accessible for any medical services should you require.
And he said that your car probably won't make it down the driveway because I drive an Elantra. So he'd either have to pick me up at the end of his driveway on his ATV and bring me back to his house.
Oh, yeah. Or perfect.
Or we walk back in the pitch black for half an hour.
Just was going to forget to leave that part out.
Anyways, that's what I'm doing after this, guys.
So you're going to get there looking all fly, and then you're going to click a fucking bug smacked on your windshield by the time you get to his front door because you're going to have to rip in on an ATV. This is all the more reason why he should come to you. Come to you, not in you. My dad.
I'll see why we can't do both.
Anyways, I thought this episode was going to be
A lot more traumatic.
heading in a completely
You got
different
another question?
direction. Okay, yeah. Well, one of my friends wrote in and said, should I get a mom van? And I think the answer... Why are you so close to the fucking mic that you just dinged your tooth off it? What is even happening? Julia just literally dribbled. How do you so fucking close?
I wish you heard it here.
Also, why did she roll that into a torpedo? It literally looks like a finger. Guys, I think this episode's done. We all have the fucking zoomies. Oh, fuck.
Remember that time I was in a relationship and my grandma died and he didn't find out until 2 days later on Facebook?
And then proceeded to not come to the funeral.
No, he did after I begged him to.
Oh, fuck, Morgan. The trauma. Oh, God. Anyways, I think we need a timeout. So I think we're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Because, holy fuck, I think I just lost 46 pounds laughing. Not actually, because I would actually probably wither away into this chair, but...
I was in a relationship with a man and my grandmother went to the hospital.
Morgan wasn't done sharing. Buddy, where was this coming? Why did this come out 40 minutes ago? happened?
You blacked it out. I was in a relationship with a guy and my grandma was dying.
We're
My
talking
grandma and I
about
were
Ben,
really, really
folks.
close. We're talking about Ben. Fuck. I ended up buying a house with Ben. My grandma went into the hospital unexpectedly, and then he was being really not nice. And then the night that I decided, or to decide, I was like, my grandma's for sure dying today. I call him and I was like, hey, come home, please, because he wasn't home. But I hadn't heard from him at all that
He
day.
was too out, busy out.
He was out.
Too out, busy out.
He was out
too
partying.
busy out doing blow.
Keep in mind, I had asked him 100 times if he would come home, and then I called him. He finally answered, and I was like, please, like, I won't be mad at you. Like, I'll come pick you up, and then I'll whatever. And then he said, do you know what this man said? I don't want to come home. I'm having fun. And then he found out 2 days later that my grandma died because of my Facebook post that I made.
So you didn't see him for 2 days.
I didn't see him for 2 days, and he messaged me, sorry to hear about your grandma.
Oh.
Anyways, that just popped into my mind. I forgot it happened.
I just regurgitated air and fucking something happened. I don't know. It's
Still
weird.
chewing on whatever flew off your sock and then spit it out.
Anyways, I feel really bad for my wife who has to edit this part of the episode because it's about to be a hot mess to edit. So I'm really sorry in advance for that. But
The whole last hour.
you saw it here, folks. Don't date abusive men who could give 2 fucks if your grandma's dying. Don't buy a house with addicts. Actually, probably shouldn't say that. Cut that out for sure. It's crazy.
Don't date. If you're in a relationship where you find yourself trying to hold on to the good times in a way as your sense of justifying your relationship, leave that relationship. If you find yourself enjoying time away from them way more than you enjoy time from being home, probably leave that relationship.
Yep. I would agree. Women need to know that they are worthy, and men need to know that they're worthy. I know that there's probably men out there too who are probably in same types of relationships with women. And I think it's important that people in our society know that they're worthy of so much more than possible toxic relationships that they're in. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say on that note other than know your worth and it's all going to be okay. That's a really shit outro.
If you feel like you're stuck in a relationship, you never
my God.
are. You're never stuck in a bad relationship. There's always ways to get out of it. I thought I was so stuck because I lived with him and he was the breadwinner and we owned a house together. And I thought I was so stuck with him, but it took me way too long to realize that I'm not. But with the help of these two, I was finally able to bite the bullet and accept that this is not meant for me. I moved back into my parents' house. But that was fine.
It's literally fine. It's all okay.
It was all okay.
Bedrooms fucking bussin'.
I'm thriving now.
Thriving. 2 jobs.
Yep.
Going to see a man in the woods, just 2 kilometers off the beaten trail. It's literally fine. Wow, you're tizzing over there.
FaceTime for 3 hours last night.
That's wild.
Anyways. He's
6'6",
6'6".
6'6", packing the same. I don't really know how to outro this, so I'm just going to say thanks for joining. We'll be back next week. If you have any comments, please drop them in the comment section below. And as always, it's all going to be okay.